Frank Monday coming at you, straight out the ghetto. Food and life ain't a beautiful thing. This is the Frank Monday food review with you. I've got some spaghetti for this evening. Had myself a little glass of wine, a little spaghetti here. Should be al dente. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Wow, that looks delicious. Get a little of that egg noodle. What kind of egg noodle is this, man? What kind of egg noodle you think you eating anyway, friend? Okay, got the noodles. Let me see what kind of egg noodle this is. This is La Sicilia. Nice. La Sicilia egg noodle. We're gonna need a ladle to get some of this sauce out of here. I just whipped that up a minute ago. You might have seen that, maybe not. Get some of that sauce on there. Woohoo. Party time, huh? Nice. Hey, you guys didn't see that, man. Here we go. Nice. All right. It's got some pepper in there. It's got some fresh tomato. It's got some tomato paste. Next up, it's time for a little parmesan. Yeah, get some parmesan on there. Boop, boop, boop. How much parmesan do you need anyway? I don't know, man. The more the merrier, I think. Might be enough. Might not. All right, parmesan. Hope y'all good sex people are doing well on Happy Land. If you can hear me all right, give me a yo. Give me a yo. We're gonna have some spaghetti. I can't finish off my glass of wine though, because the goofballs come home when I'm having my spaghetti, and there goes a glass of wine. They always give me shit if I'm drinking wine. What do you guys eat with chopsticks? What do you guys eat your spaghetti with? Do you eat your spaghetti with chopsticks like I do? I think you might enjoy that. Oh, look at that parmesan melt. It's getting melty. Let's polish off this glass. Ah, not great. All right, look, it's Diane. Diane, how the hell are you? Spaghetti is one of your favorites. One of my favorites too. I enjoy some spaghetti. I stewed me up some tomatoes and wow, I gotta manage this, man. Give me a second, guys. I stewed me up some tomatoes and ground meat. I got some ground meat in it, and then a little bit of hot pepper, of course, because you guys know I eat everything with chili, or you should know. If you've been around me long enough, you will know. Put those ice cubes back in there. Yeah, it's good to hear. Glad to hear it. We're back in action. We had a 2 week cool down due to something I said over a year ago. Wow, in the round, did you see that? I hope you didn't get dizzy. Um, yeah, so something that I actually said over a year ago got Susan to make me take cool down for 2 weeks, man. She nailed me. And so I got shut down on the FM radio channel here for 2 weeks. That's okay. We were up and running over at Lunar Light Entertainment. So we didn't miss a beat. Not much of a beat anyway. But it puts a damper on your spirit when you're threatened like that, because the main thing is that it's threatening, right? They were threatening to 86 me entirely, which would be a bummer in my opinion. So I'm gonna take this over here and sit here and eat my spaghetti. My wife took the kids out to see her cousin's dog, so I'm here. Spaghetti, got the Frank Monday. Yeah, they said I had medical misinformation because I called my cigarette a funny name. So you're not allowed to do that. You can't make even jokes, even though it's satire and my channel is set to adult content only. And I always clearly state that anything I say is just playful and I'm just being I'm just making satire. They said that it was medical misinformation because I said smoke more cigarettes and that would protect you. Which never, you see, I shouldn't even say that right now. It's just I'm being playful. But they don't like any of that horse shit. You can't be playful like that. You should watch your mouth. So here we are, guys. Yeah, I got the spaghetti. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Uh, looks like they might have throttled me again because it just suddenly dropped to 0. Yeah, thank you, Stupendous. I don't recall having seen you off very often, Stupendous. We're having a little spaghetti. Yeah, so maybe 300 subs is enough for Susan to notice you. I guess that's what's going on. She's paying attention now. And she's like, Frank Monday, you better watch your motherfucking mouth. I will come over there and smack you in the mouth if you talk any kind of shit. So I've decided that I'm swearing off talking any shit. So Mama Susan, I hope we're cool. I hope we are cool, man. We're just doing fun stuff now. We got Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. That's a Chinese Coca-Cola. So that says Coca-Cola. I always thought it should say Coca-Cola, but it doesn't because then that wouldn't be homophonic. So they changed the name. Yeah, got a little bit of nice hiss. All right, and we've got the spaghetti. So we made spaghetti sauce with Parmesan on top. And then we've got a nice little bottle of Tabasco. So we'll throw a little of that on there. Bite by bite, as much as you need. Ooh, couple dribbles on top. I should have tasted the flavor before I put the. I got some of this. No, Susan's not my mom. Susan is the CEO. She's a UEU. You didn't know she was a UEU? She's one of the chosen people. So, yeah, you're okay. So that was a warning. Never fails, man. Okay, so that was a warning. I just got a warning shot over the prow. Yeah, guys, please don't ask me verboten questions. Let's not talk about anything. Let's not talk about anything verboten. Okay, let's keep it. Let's keep it nice and friendly. Look, we got spaghetti. Spaghetti. There's the Frank Monday going in. Mm, mm. Food and life, and in a beautiful thing. Yeah, so I'm tired of getting shot down, guys. You know. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut from now on. Susie, Mom Susie, I'm on my best behavior. I swear to God. Take it easy on me, okay? I just like to upload these things to check in with family. You don't have to shut me down. I'm not going to say anything crazy or off the wall. Food and life, spaghetti. So we've got ground meat in here. We've got fresh stewed tomatoes, some tomato paste with I cooked it all up in olive oil with garlic. It's on an al dente spaghetti noodle. Pretty good. It's not great. Spicy. I put some hot pepper in there. So it's better than a kick in the ass. I will enjoy this, guys. And I'll let you guys do your thing. And I'll talk to you later. All right. Y'all good looking sex people. Stay well. Needs more Tabasco. Please hit the goose button and come back later and leave a comment. Tell me your favorite food. What's your favorite food? Spaghetti is definitely one of my favorite foods. I find it says right on hey David Guagamella, long time no see, man. Good to see you. They use white sugar, just regular cane sugar. They don't use syrup. It says right on here. It says, I mean, if it's not lying to me, it says bai chatang, which just means granulated sugar. So they now we've got a Sam's Club, and at the Sam's Club they sell the bottled Cokes in glass bottles with the white sugar formula. So that's all I'll typically drink when I'm back stateside. Is just the spaghetti. Mm. Wow, so pumped for this. So good, guys. I got Parmesan. I got fresh stewed tomatoes. I got garlic and chili pepper, tomato puree sauce that I made myself. You probably saw me on the last video in there stewing it up. Oh, I got some cold steak in the fridge too. You guys want to have some steak too? Let's throw some steak in with this. That'd be the way to go. Let's get a little bite of that. See that? Looks pretty good, huh? I don't know. Maybe it's from eating a bowl plate. I like to eat it on a plate. I'm live. So if you can hear me, give me a yo. If anybody's still out there, everyone probably rolled on down the road though. And maybe I should reboot it so that yeah, I don't know. I think I'll reboot this one, man. I'll cancel this one and reboot. Hey, you're back. You guys out there in Happy Land, give me a yo if you can hear me. If you can hear me all right, give me a yo. Come on. It's Diane. If you're still out there, you're right. I've learned that. But it was a year-old stream, and I have to say anything good, then I will definitely remove it. Um, Dave Guagamela asks, does China use syrup or sucrose in their Coca-Cola? White sugar, as far as I know. Wow, Frank, I just got deja vu. Frank just teleported in. Yeah, yeah. There, I don't know what's up, man. It is what it is. Sorry about that. Here's the spaghetti. Here's the spaghetti. Here's the Frank Monday. Um, they're putting the squeeze on everyone these days. I've noticed only the most well accepted progressive left viewpoints are allowed to transmit clearly anymore. I'll be watching like a CNN clip or something, and it'll be fine. It'll come in at beautiful 4K, perfect streaming, and then I'll click on like Styx Hexenhammer or Joseph Watson or something, and then the feed will immediately freeze up, and it'll start loading at like 1995 dial-up rates. Um, so it just is what it is. I could be using the internet all day long. It'll work perfect when I have online classes with my students here. It'll work perfect. If I watch accepted narrative stuff, the MSM, it'll work perfect. Perfect speeds, everything clear as a bell, 100% clarity. And then as soon as I try to stream to the boob tube or watch something that they don't approve of, boom, everything gets pushed down to zero. And I start streaming like a turtle. So it just is what it is. That's the way that we're going to roll in the future. And those mandates came out in March of this year. It was the Department of a Harmonious Society, the DHS there, stateside, under the Potato Head administration. They said that they called it March mandates, and anything that stank of misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation would be scrubbed from the internet real time. Food and life, guys, ain't it a beautiful thing? Yeah, so this is kind of a spaghetti celebration for not being deleted. And I'm in the clear for a little while, so that's good. Can you guys hear me all right? Give me a yo if you can hear me. If sound quality's back up, give me a yo. Tabasco. So what do you guys want to know about? What are you guys doing out there in Happy Land? How's everything been going with you? I haven't seen some of you in a couple of weeks. Uh, like I said, I got shut down. I was in dark mode, but I do have a backup channel. It's called Lunar Light Entertainment. And so I've talked about it a little bit. Um, it's a little more limiting because I can't switch between Wi-Fi's. And I have to use my desktop to stream from it. So this is some overcooked sirloin. It's funny too because I only cooked it medium. And then for some reason when I stuck it in the fridge, it like I don't know, it kept cooking. So it's cold, fridge slice, USDA prime sirloin from Sam's Club. We got a Sam's Club here. Was I telling you guys about that? That's where I get my coffee. So if you have ever shown your support on buymeacoffee.com, then you might be interested to know that I get my coffee from Sam's Club. I get the Colombian Supremo. That's pretty good. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut this one down because it looks like nobody's coming back, and it doesn't look like any of you guys can hear me, so I don't see anything going on in the chat. So, take care of yourself. Hey, we got some yo's coming in from Nunu. Yo, 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 Nunu, what's up? Can you hear me all right, man? How's the sound quality? I'm having some spaghetti. I'm having a little celebratory spaghetti. I made this. It's a bolognese. Um, I fried up some meat, sautéed some meat yesterday, and then put it in the freezer. And then today I made a little al dente spaghetti noodle. Yeah, sounds good. Good. And then I sautéed some tomatoes with garlic and chili pepper, and then threw me a can of tomato paste in there, and then seasoned it up with some black pepper and salt, Himalayan pink salt, and I'm going at it. Occasional, occasional drizzle of Tabasco whenever I feel like it needs to be a little more spicy. And I've also got some USDA prime sirloin here, USDA that I grilled like 2 or 3 days ago. I just threw it in the fridge, sliced it up, threw it in the fridge. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. How you doing? What's going on Happy Land? I just had a shower, so my face is red. So if you guys didn't notice, I was on a 2 week boob tube. The Karens over at BoobTube shut me down for because I called my cigarette something funny. I rewatched the video. It was like a year old video. So someone must have got in there and found that video and then tagged it, you know. And so I went in and I rewatched that video. They only give you one opportunity before they delete it. And they don't give it's raining here as well. Isn't that interesting? Coincidence? I don't know. Yeah, it's been raining and thunderstorming. There's the spaghetti. There's the Monday going in. Mm, so pumped for this. Really needed some spaghetti now. Um, so yeah, it's got a bit of a savory flavor. Not as salty as it should be though. I should have put a little more salt in there. But that's okay. I can taste the spice. It's got that good Sichuan chili pepper that I put olive oil in the saucepan and got it hot and then threw my chili peppers and garlic in the hot oil and sauteed those up for a little while on medium, medium low heat until they became fragrant. And then I threw my fresh sliced tomatoes on top of that and sauteed those for about 15 minutes and then added my tomato paste to thicken it up. Oh, and then I sauteed up that ground meat and then threw it all in there together and sauteed it for a while till I boiled it down, you know, until it became sauce like. Okay. So it tastes pretty good. And then I've got some sirloin that I made the other day. Yeah, I saw out in the ideas room, I saw Mary. Mary, can you hear me? Mary. It might be the Bluetooth microphone. It might be that my phone microphone is picking it up. I'm not sure which one it is. Yeah, see that just, did you guys hear that just beep? I think it's gonna die. Maybe I can switch it out. If you heard it beep, then it's picking up on can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Give me a yo if you can hear me. Give me a yo, 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 yo. Come on. Let me see one yo at least. Give me one yo. Yo, yo, yo. If you can still hear me, then it's definitely my Bluetooth picking it up. If you cannot hear me, then it is my camera microphone. I don't even see my earphones, man. What a bummer. Let me see if you guys can give me any yos. Yeah, I got a yo. That means it is my Bluetooth. But where the fuck are my Bluetooth headset, man? Because this one's about to die. I just heard it beep. Oh, I found it. Nice. So I've got to switch it here. Yeah, I got a yo from Mary. Good. Yeah, so I got to recharge that one. Let me know if you can still hear me. Can you hear me now? Come on. Give me the yos. Come on. See the fucking yos. I'll punch someone in the mouth. Oh, I'm in the like living room slash TV room. That's where I'm eating. Good. Thank you, Mary. This is where I'm enjoying my spaghetti. The kids went with my wife to see my wife's cousin. She's got a dog named Pepper. Joe, Black Pepper. And so, yeah, it's nice how that my kids actually contributed to that painting. An artist came over and he had the kids start it. He gave one kid blue paintbrush and gave the other kid a red paintbrush and said, swirl it around. And so my son swirled around right here, and my daughter swirled around right here. And then he said, okay. And then he took it and he made it into this painting where it's got me in blue. I'm the daddy bird, whatever kind of bird that is. And then red, and then two baby birds, right? And then two grandma grandpa birds in the back. Yeah, so that was our interior decorator, the guy who did our apartment. He thought that was a cute idea. I thought it was cute too. They did a TV show on it when we redecorated our apartment, and it's got like 500 million views on Chinese TV and internet. And I tried to upload it to the YouTube, and they hit me with a copyright strike. And it's like some obscure Chinese, like they took it down. They wouldn't let me post it. Um, it's a, it was on BTV, Beijing Television. So it's, it's like it's their top, it's their number two TV station. Their number one TV station that does all the news and propaganda is called Central Chinese Television, but Beijing Television is like the entertainment channel. My kids have worked with them a lot, and I've done a little bit. I worked more with CCTV in the past with China Central Television, but I did like most of the camera work. I did some of the editing. It was my family, and like I felt like I've got entitlement to it. I mean, it's like the whole fucking TV show is about me. Um, I did a lot of the camera work on it. I did all of the I downloaded it. It was on a Chinese. I think it's actually on here on YouTube. Like the Chinese company did it too. And I downloaded it and then re-uploaded it, and they fucking took it down. They're like, "No, you can't post that." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I made it." Um Yeah. So I didn't get, I got like a warning, but they removed it. They would not allow me to have it up. So that just goes to show you, you're gonna own nothing and love it. Did you hear what I said? You will own nothing and love it. That's what's coming down the pike for everyone. So if you guys want to know what you need to look forward to, then just ask me because I'm living it. I'm living in the future, and this is what the future looks like. Surveillance cameras everywhere, 24/7 tracking and observation. You have to train yourself subconsciously to forget about it, or your nervous system, you'd have a nervous breakdown really quick. Like all of the observation and constant lockdownerism and enslavement and stuff, it would break you really, really quick if you didn't just like, you have to have a strong mental fortitude, especially if you were raised in a country with any level of human rights and freedom and stuff like that. Yeah, you got to be happy, happy, happy. That's right. You're gonna be happy, motherfucker. That's all right, though. I mean, something really went wrong at some point, right? Something went terribly, terribly wrong. Some demonic force like Cthulhu has risen. I don't know what happened, man, but something went really, really wrong in the world for us to be where we're at right now, with a level of absolute gaslighting and horseshit that's going on out there, out in fucking Happy Land. I even like I'm a member. I think I've told you guys that I'm a member of the Ordo Templi Astarte, which is the Temple of Astarte. It's Pope Runyon. He's the Grand Wizard of the Temple of Astarte. But I joined them because I had reached a really low point in my life, like the downerism and shit, and I was contemplating suicide. And I went to, I think I maybe I've told you guys this story before. And I went down to the courtyard and I told, I called out to heaven. I did my magic, and stuff. And I said, you either send me a sign right now, right? I was talking to God, big man up in the sky. I said, you either send me a sign right now, or I'm gonna fucking end it. I'm gonna find a way, and I'm gonna end it. This whole fucking horror show bullshit is gonna be over. And a single spirit whispered in my ear, my left ear, as clear as day, as clear as a bell, Astarte. And I was like, what? That's okay. There it is. I was sent a sign. The spirit world responded. And I was alone, and I was in a very private location. I didn't have my phone with me, and I was doing my magic. And so I came back up later on, over the next couple of days, and researched it. And I found the Hermetic Hour with Poke Runyon. It's a podcast, blog talk radio. And I started listening to it religiously. And I said, okay, I'm going to redirect my focus. I'm not going to fucking give up. And I'm not going to end my life. It pulled me out of the dark night of the soul, that deep, dark abyss that I had fallen into. Um, yeah. So I scheduled a meeting home in 2019, and with the express intent of meeting with Poke Runyon, Carol Poke Runyon, and going to his house, climbing in the wizard's tower, getting initiated into the temple, all of that. And it all played out exactly the way I foresaw it in my dreams. Because as soon as I started listening to his material routinely, I started dreaming about him. And I met him in dreamland several times and had conversations with him, and so on and so forth. And then when I saw him and actually met him for the first time, a good part. a good percentage of it was already foreseen through prophetic dreaming. And so I knew that the path was real, and I knew that it was a good thing, and I knew that Astarte loved me. And so, yeah, now I've sworn allegiance. I mean, I don't worship Astarte, and but I am a member, and I do serve in the temple in some capacity. But it happened again too. And there was a point where not that I was done with that. I'll never ever contemplate that again, because I know that I always have my magic to fall back on, no matter how dark things get. And they've gotten dark. I mean, we're in the dark night of the soul. I thought it was over, but it's just begun. Um, and I was in need of some healing, and I made another request, this time not with an ultimatum. I didn't threaten God, because he and she doesn't like to be threatened. But I called out, and I really needed some healing. And a little voice whispered in my ear, second time this happened, return to Ansalon. And I couldn't remember ever having heard that word or that name. And so I jumped in there and I looked it up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ansalon, what is that? And twofold. I found out that it's the island where King Arthur would go to heal, that it's an island retreat, and King Arthur would go there to heal and recover and recuperate. But then I felt like, huh, how can I return to Ansalon? Like, I wanted to get back home to Tennessee, California, and visit, the States and stuff. And I thought that would be important to do. So I thought, well, I'll just read some of my old novels, because I have some of my old fantasy novels here. And the first book I pick up and start rereading takes place in it's a drag it was a drag I can't remember now if it was Dragonlance or Forgotten Realms, but it's on the I believe it's I believe it's Dragonlance, because I think it takes place on the island. I think it takes place on the continent of Krynn. But the main character is from Ansalon, and like as soon as I started reading, it's ba 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 Ansalon, Ansalon, and I'm like, what the fuck? Return to Ansalon. And so I started, in my mind at least, while lucid dreaming, I would go back into the hoary backwoods of the Tennessee River Valley, and then I would read my fantasy books. And so once again, my spirit was saved and salvaged by the spirit world. So I'm here to tell you, man, that it's legit. The spirit world's a world. The spirit, and I knew it already anyway, but I was just so goddamn tired of fighting and suffering. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to go home, but I can't. They won't let us leave. We're in lockdownerism 100% of the time. Yeah, they're not going to allow any air travel in the future. I mean, the foreseeable future. Yeah, lucid dreaming, it's key, man. That's the ticket. So I wanted to do a whole literary review on the methods of getting into lucid dreaming tomorrow morning for the Frank Monday show. Yep, it is what it is. Yeah, so for the Frank Monday show, we'll go over some different lucid dreaming techniques, and then a little bit of a literary review on some of the Lovecraft stuff I've been looking into. The Robert Bloch story, none of his poetry, and none of his academic stuff. Well, I read his master thesis, which is supernatural horror in fiction. Definitely worth reading. His academic work is far different um, than his. Yeah. So good stuff, man. I got to find a way to get the hell out of here. We got to use our magic to break through the dark, the black magic of these, the black magic spell, a curse even, that these dark celestials have cast on the world, man. We got to find a way around it. We got to find a way to overcome it. Oh, that's why I told you the story. Even Poke Runyon with Frater Solomon and Frater Sith Meth were discussing it on the podcast recently. And I met all those guys, man. They're so wonderful. Such wonderful people. They're all out there in Southern California, Pasadena, Silverado Canyon. Um, really, really good people, top notch. But I met all of them, and yeah, we lost connection, I think. Anyways, it looks like we lost connection, so I'll cut this one here. Y'all good looking sex people, stay well out in Happy Land. I will see you in the abodes of the future, as above, so below, into the abodes of another day. Do